Previously on 1D10, the show!
Attention adventure types. Do ye like gold?
Yes.
Have ye skills?
Yes.
Like to see the world and kill in new places?
Oh yeah.
Fancy a bit of fancy?
I don't know what that is.
Rearing to solve a mystery? Find your way to the docks of Lone King's Isle on the eve of the summer solstice.
My name is Skuz. Skuz Filth Bucket.
Say again.
I was gonna say Skuz Huddly Hoodly Wuddly.
It's Skuz Filth Bucket. Us Filth Buckets have helped the Green family for generations. Off with you, sirs, and in the morning we will have plenty of activities to test your worthiness. I very much look forward to it.
So basically, we have the strange occurrences at Miles Peak, and that's going to be Quills' group. And then we have on the Foul Plains, there seems to be a dispute among fairies.
That's my group.
And that's Locke's group. And then we have just a missing molehound, and you will have Horace, the carriage driver, going with you there. And you're walking for a good 25 minutes. So you go pretty far in, and you see this huge tree just in the middle of this clearing. But the tree, the branches go out so far that it's almost as if there's, 20 trees around it. And the tree has strange markings on it. And the markings, some of them are glowing in alternate colors of green and purple.
Do they look like writing?
They do look like writing. It is not a language that any of you know. However,
Not deep speech or infernal?
nope. I checked all of your languages.
Ah.
Alright. And none of you know this particular one. And as you get closer to the tree, you notice two things. You notice pinned with a sword onto the tree is a dead molehound.
Ooh. Case closed, fellas. Let's go home.
Also pinned to the tree with a dagger, it looks like there is an older looking fairy. Male fairy.
Oh no.
Right.
Well, get framed for one murder.
Right at that moment, we have walking up Locke and his little group, led by these green fairies, who shriek in horror as they see their king dead, pinned to their tree. And that's where we will end it tonight.
Alrighty.
Oh, see, told you. Case closed.
I really gotta stop ending these episodes by being framed. I mean, this is just 2 for 2.
They walk up right as Roscoe is pulling the dagger out of the king.
Basically. Right, I can explain. It's not... Yeah.
Time for another zone of truth. That's what I call hot potato.
Hot potato.
It wasn't me! It was the one-armed man! Let's see what happens this week on 1D10, the show!
Awesome! Okay. Alright, and welcome back, guys!
Yay!
Yay! Things.
Alright, a couple of things to keep in mind and to remember, since it's been a little bit while before we've recorded. Just to let the audience in a little bit on how we do things. Usually, we do one recording session a month, and we record several episodes worth, and then, I go and I splice things together. But that means that there's a month in between, and we might need some reminders. So, in the last episode, we had separated into 3 separate groups. We had, of course, Quills going up the mountain and finding a portal to the great beyond, and fighting some demons, and in a very anticlimactic battle that was over very, very, very quickly.
Yeah, had like the perfect spells, and it's just like, okay, done.
It was great. And then we had Locke gather all of his people together, and he went and he kind of calmed some fairies down, put some gunk on them that stopped them from fighting, and basically he was very diplomatic. And then we had everyone else was investigating a disappearance of a mole hound. And, of course, the mole hound ended up being dead, pinned to a tree, along with a tiny fairy king that just happened to be the king of the fairies that Locke was with and had walked up to the tree with just at that second.
And I was pulling the dagger out at that time.
Alright, so obviously you guys are possibly in a bit of trouble as we pick things back up. We have the fairies just screaming as they see their dead king. What are you guys going to do?
I promise I didn't do it. I mean, normally I love to claim kills, but this one I didn't even get paid for. It wasn't me. I found him this way. He was already dead.
A couple of the fairies pull out these harps, and they start plucking out a tune in the same rhythm as each other, and the tune gets faster and faster.
Dave knows. Dave, tell him. Quills, somebody.
Roscoe, how did you come upon this? What happened?
We were following the blood for the molehound. It turns out I accidentally killed that one as well. I had blood on my dagger for the molehound, but I didn't do it. I mean, I
the top branches of the trees start waving back and forth, and some of them start to split as the trunk of the tree itself begins to split in half, emitting this green, eerie light.
Lord Cypher, you were here. You saw it. It wasn't me. He was already dead, right?
I can assure you, as a paladin of the Church of Genericus, on my honor, he did not do this.
Dozens of fairies start flying out of the green light of the tree and darting straight at you. Can I please have everybody roll a dexterity save?
But they like me. Are they attacking me too?
They don't trust anybody at this point.
Oh, that's it.
It's the wrong one. That one.
Nat 20 by Dave there.
Ooh. I have extra dexterity back from my old monastery days.
Oh yeah! Critical fail!
Alright.
Nice.
So our rolls, we have Dave got a nat 20. Then we have Roscoe with a 17.
It's actually a 15. I accidentally clicked on dexterity instead of dexterity save.
Okay, Roscoe has a 15. And then Lord Cypher has a 3. And
Things aren't looking good.
Quills has a 9. And Locke was a critical fail.
Yeah, it was, but I still got more than Lord Cypher. With critical fail was still 4.
So what happens here is, Locke, since you are right next to the fairies, you immediately get pinned down by all the fairies that you were just accompanying back to this tree.
This was a dream I had once.
You got pinned down by fairies?
Oh no, don't take me.
No, please, don't stop.
I think I saw a pay-per-view order for something like that. Never mind. Okay, moving on. All right. So, and then the fairies from the tree. They first get Lord Cypher and just pin you to the ground, as well as basically everyone but Dave gets pinned to the ground. And Dave, explain how you're getting away from how you're dodging.
What about all our companions?
Oh yeah, they're all down too.
Okay.
Dave, explain to us, paint us a word picture on how it is that you are just so masterful in your dexterity avoiding them.
Well, back in the day when I was at the monastery, they taught us how to constantly meditate anytime an attack that we didn't understand was coming at us. We, of course, always thought that we'd be killed if we started meditating when an attack came, but in this case, thoughts prevailed and I started meditating. And my meditation waves started to match the vibrations that them fairies was putting off.
All right, I will accept that. With a nat 20, I will totally accept that as canon.
Nice.
All right, and so all the rest of you, Lilliputian style, Gulliver's Travel style, you're all pinned to the ground and are now being tied up and roped to the ground by all of these tiny little fairies.
No, ropes are one of my few weaknesses.
And you have a few of the fairies that look like they are a little bit larger. You see them start pulling out these tiny daggers and just start advancing on all the ones tied to the ground, kind of menacingly.
We should probably stop them.
Daggers are my other weakness.
And then a deep, deep, loud voice echoes through the trees of the forest and goes, "Halt!" And the fairies all stop.
Who?
In their tracks.
What was that?
Who was that?
It sounded like a deep, loud voice that said, "Halt."
Can I have you guys roll a perception check?
Maybe the king's not dead. Maybe he was playing pretend. He was just asleep. Just sleeping away.
Perception check, yes, please. Alright. So we have Lord Cypher with a 13. Dave with a 21. Dave with the high rolls already. Woo! Quills with a 15. Locke with a 22. And Roscoe with an 11. So with this, Dave and Locke, you see walking slowly towards you through the forest, Scuzz Filth Bucket.
What?
But there's some sort of tiny creature in front of Scuzz.
Okay.
It's tiny, furry creature.
Okay. What does it look like? I mean, is it like a dog or is it a little humanoid furry creature like a mogwai or something?
As it looks, as it gets closer to you, you see that it's not dissimilar to what we on the earthly plane would call a guinea pig.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it has clothing, a little cape, and a crown.
My liege.
Is that like the king of the mole pound people?
Oh, is this the guy that invited us?
What are you talking about? I can't perceive anything. Please tell me.
Yeah, what are you all looking at? What are you talking about?
Look over there, the little rodent king guy. I can't remember the guy's name. What's the guy that invited us here?
It's Finya Gwyn! Please!
Please bow for Sphenia Gwyn,
I would if I could,
His Majesty.
but I
And
can't.
all the fairies, you can see they have this anger in their eyes, but for some reason they respect this little creature king. And they bow.
I will give a nod of deference to the king, but I don't think a bow is appropriate. He's not my king, yeah.
Oh,
I'll be respectful and be like, I won't, but, I'm not gonna bow. I'll give a little head nod. I'll tilt my hat to him.
I don't know why I'm bowing to anybody because we're the ones being attacked for no reason.
I'm still tied to the ground.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna lay there and just.
All of you except for Dave are
think about
technically
it.
still tied to the ground, yes.
It's hard to meditate and talk at the same time.
You said we're all tied down?
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm not giving a nod of deference to the king. I'm saying, help.
And then Sphenia Gwyn walks up and walks right up into Roscoe's face. Because, Roscoe is the one who he thinks is causing a lot of trouble, or, seems to be accused of it more than anybody else. And he looks you deep in the eye.
I'm gonna stare right back at him. But can you help me?
So if he's staring him in the eyes, is he like, standing on his chest while he does this?
Yes, actually.
I had a dream like that once.
High
Oh.
jokes. Those are great.
Oh my!
Hot potato.
Hot potato.
Potatoes.
That will never die! That will never die!
We should get a shirt that says that. I decided that listening to last episode that we need a shirt that says hot potatoes.
I love it. Oh,
I was-
if only I knew a T-shirt designer
Oh, I might know some
Sorry.
people.
of some sort. Blake.
Oh, Blake? I thought you were being serious. It's like I might know some people, but Blake, get some.
Some of my
Well-
t-shirt potatoes look like poops.
The t-shirt logo should be like a potato, but it's got like lipstick on it and
It's got legs for some reason.
like a hot potato.
Sexy legs.
Potato.
One of the eyes of the potato has lashes on it.
And then, just to add to the double entendre, flames.
Oh, there you go.
And so, Sphenia Gwyn looks up at the fairies and says, "Release these! They are under my protection."
Wow, such a deep voice for such a little. What are you exactly?
I am a Gwyn.
That's
Can I,
deep.
Like a queen,
I mean-
that's a race?
Well, yes, we will have time for stories later. Right now, I need these fairies to release you. And the fairies are not looking like they want to exactly comply here. They're just kind of, shifting their feet, wing sputtering here and there.
I look at the fairies holding me. I'm like, come on, ladies. We were on a good note here. I didn't do anything to you. You can let me up. Just
You distracted us so that the others could kill our king.
Oh, please, trust me. If I killed your king, you wouldn't have found him. Not with me here, anyway.
not helping Roscoe.
Roscoe's got a good point, though. Like, if I was trying to distract the fairies away from to kill the king, why would I allow them to take me to their king? Because they're like, hey, come meet our king. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. But if I didn't want them to see the king because I wanted my friend to kill the king, why would I be willingly go with them to see the king? See what I'm seeing here, my fairy friends? Like, why would I do that?
Unless he's playing the long con. Sorry, I don't want to go against us. I just want to play the Brandicus advocate.
I mean, he's got a point, but
I want to use my persuasion abilities to have them release me with that.
Okay.
I kind of want to jump in on that as well.
21 with my persuasion roll.
I think that rolls at a disadvantage though because they're hostile towards you.
Yeah.
Okay, 18.
So, Locke, they still aren't very trusting towards you, and now they're probably rethinking a little bit, the peace that you tried to garner between them and the purple fairies. However...
May I say something? With this persuasion check that I just rolled? Hey, listen. Have you ever heard of Montgomery? Montgomery? No, you haven't, have you? Because he's dead. I killed him. You never even seen him. That's why I haven't heard of him. He's dead. See, so if it was me, you would have seen me. I do this for a living. I kill people. It's what I do. It's my job. I never got paid to kill your king. I got paid to kill this little thing, and I look at the king. But, no, not paid, offered. But I never got paid to kill your king. I mean, it doesn't make sense. He's so tiny. Look at him.
Sphenia Gwyn is now looking furiously at you.
I didn't take the job. You're still alive, aren't you?
The fairies start to kind of whisper among themselves.
Hey, look.
Someone must pay!
How much?
For what? What's been done? We have nothing to pay for.
The death of our ruler.
If you'd like, I can kill the person who killed your ruler for free. I usually charge, but no, I'll do it for free if you let me up.
It's a deal.
And then Sphenia Gwyn raises his hand in the air to quiet you all and says, "My fairy friends, I know that we've had disagreements recently, but I believe that this is the work of the Siostri."
Yeah, them.
Is that the
Who?
demon ladies that we ran into? That are inhabiting your castle in another demon?
And he holds up his hand to silence you right away. And the fairies start whispering to each other. The purples trust the Siostri. Yes, but the purples were poisoned. Yeah, but I believe that it was Gwyn who did it. No.
But we just saved all the purples.
Not all of them.
Your whispers are terrible. We heard everything you were saying.
And then one of them goes and flies just right up to the front of Sphenia Gwyn and says, "We shall give you 3 days to find the real murderers. If not, no one in your castle is safe." Sphenia looks for a moment and says, "If we do not find the true murderers in that time, you may take me directly." And then the fairies all nod at him, fly up into the air, into the tree, and the tree closes up. And Sphenia jumps down off of you, motions for Scuzz Filthbucket to cut your ropes and release you.
Your Highness, they should be careful about threatening you. I've heard of your famous swordsman brother, Qui-Gon Gwyn.
That sound was me literally hitting my head on the table.
That was a long stretch, but you got there. I liked it. I thought it was great.
All part of my knowledge of history of this realm, of which I don't know the name.
Yeah. And so, with you did have a couple of extra people that we had forgotten about. You had Horace, who's the carriage driver who guided you guys, went with you guys on this little adventure to find the Molehound, as well as Smither Mackelson, the little beardless dwarf.
Oh.
And Smither looks around at all of you and says, I feel like I'm missing some details in this story here.
What you mean?
Well, obviously, you folks have something that you're hiding from all the rest of us.
No, I've told you about everything.
Hiding, yeah, what? Why do you assume we're hiding anything?
Well, I was talking to all y'all, including this guy over here, and he kind of nods his head over towards Svinia, Gwyn.
We've never really ever had a conversation, Smither. I mean, I just met you this morning for the first time.
Quill's
Smither, you know what they
breakfast.
say about assuming.
What do they say, Lord Cypher?
It's rude.
It's true.
They do
He's
say
right.
that, yes.
He's right.
Quills will step forward. There is something quite strange happening on this island. Already we've seen a portal opening nearby to some sort of demonscape. We've seen a dog go missing, a molehound. Something's not right.
Not to mention the purple fairies. Well, I've heard of them anyway.
They were pretty crazy, but we were able to help cure some of them with my team here.
Come back to the castle, I'll explain what I can.
Alright.
Quills will hold up his hands like, we'll join you in just a moment. I think it would do us well for our group to chat for just a moment.
All right. You have a moment. Come, Skuz. And they walk off about 20 feet and just kind of eye you from there.
Quills will motion the group closer and... what do you all think is going on here? This is a strange island.
I don't know. That's why I was asking you folks all about this. Wait, did you want me in the group or did you want me over there? You guys seem to have your own little synergy going on.
Sure, you can... you can join.
All right, I will remain quiet.
Well, all I can figure is that we're being used in some bigger plot that's going on.
I refuse
Yes.
to be a pawn in someone else's game. Perhaps a rook or a bishop, but not a pawn.
I mean, to me it seems this whole island's going to hell. Quite literally.
This has to have something to do with those demon sisters. If we could contact them, they may have more answers for us.
I mean, I'm gonna walk over to the dead bullhound and just like drag it over. Seems that this blood has something to do with it. Maybe if we could figure out how to use it, we could figure out a way to contact them instead of them summoning us. Catch them unawares.
Sisters, they're evil. You can't trust things of evil nature.
All evil's a perspective.
You're going to hell.
Well, we're already in hell, Lord Cypher. Didn't you see what happened last night? In the portal, earlier today?
I think Quills is on the right path here. I mean, obviously these... Well, I guess we got to make a choice here. I mean, do we really want to involve ourselves in some sort of, demonic, situation on this island of people that we don't know? Is that something that we feel that we have a responsibility for?
I don't think we have a choice at this point. The king just put his neck on the line if we don't find this killer.
How does it affect us? We're not the ones gonna die. It'll be the king.
The fairies wanted our blood, not the king's. He took our place.
I'm all game for it because, look, we all just met ourselves. I hardly know y'all. We were just on a boat just the other day. It's not like we've gone back in time, lived with each other for years and years and years, and now we have people that might need some help. I'm all kinds of game for getting all up in this business.
If evil's afoot, it's our duty.
I wouldn't
that
feel
much.
I wouldn't feel right leaving with the king, knowing that he could die because of something we discovered.
Yeah, and Mum always says it's not good to owe a debt, and I guess we, in a way, owe him a debt, so I'm doing it for that, but, I mean, Mum would scold me bad if I got home without it, so, yeah, I guess, yes, I'm in. Let's do this.
Locke, what do you say?
Well, I mean, I guess I did decide to get off the ranch to do something exciting, and whether or not we met each other only a couple days ago, I like you guys, and I think we should go do some crazy stuff.
May have only been a couple days, but it feels like it's been 2, possibly 3 months.
And Dave, what do you say?
I say yes.
All right. And that's
In case y'all are wondering, I'm saying yes as well. If you'll accept me into your group, I know you're all already kind of tight-knit and whatnot.
Consider yourself on probation.
All right.
Like a prospect.
I like the sound of that.
Who is that
prospect,
again?
I like that.
Who is that again that's talking?
That's
Macklemore.
Smyther Mackelson.
Okay, the dwarf.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Your Highness. Let's
Yes. All right. And as you guys start to walk towards Svinia Gwyn, Smyther looks back over his shoulder and then looks kind of confused for a second. Do y'all see that?
I look where he's looking.
Yeah, I'll look back as well.
Go ahead, and if you are looking back, do a perception check.
$18.
Okay, so Cypher got an 18, Locke got an 18. I mean, Cypher got a 14, Locke got an 18, Roscoe got a 10, and Dave got a 17. And so, out of all of you, it would actually be Locke that notices 2 small purple lights that seem to have been eavesdropping on your conversation.
Okay, do they look like the purple fairies?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Hey, ladies, come on over here and have a chat with us.
And the 2 lights dart up, and one of them darts out as quickly as possible. The other one looks confused for a second, then starts to dart after them, but hits the tree and ends up falling and getting their foot stuck in a branch.
Ooh. All right, I go over and I kind of stoop down to her and be like, "You okay?"
I did not know that you were adventurers. I did not know that you were with him, with that.
And she points over at Svinia Gwyn.
Well, I mean, we're not necessarily with or without him, but we are here. Why were you spying on us?
I didn't trust you after our conversation there on the plains.
Well, I helped you get your senses back. Wasn't that worthy enough to earn your trust?
Well, yes, but I had my suspicions that you were working with Gwyn.
Okay, well, I'm not necessarily working with him in anything. I'm willing to help out anyone that needs assistance. What are you needing?
And then this purple fairy breaks out in a large grin and says in a large manly voice, "That's exactly what I wanted to hear." And then this fairy turns into a human. And a human wearing all purple, kind of glittery clothes with this long goatee, and he winks at you, waves his hand in the air, and suddenly, all of you are transported into another realm.
Again?
Ah, damn it.
Off to hell.
Well, except for this one looks more like a convenience store with a lot of bright purple colors and special sales tags on different things, and a big sign back behind this man that says "Bizarre Bazaar."
Hello there, my lovelies. This is Brady. This week, there's not really much to announce, other than I hope that you're all having a great Halloween season! We're having a lot of fun recording these episodes, as if you can't tell, and we just love having you along for the ride. So, let's get right back to that ride.
Well, I pull out my gun and I point it at him. All right, buddy, we've been transported enough from place to place several times, and you just took us here without our permission. Tell us what's going on.
I'm sorry, but you all seemed to be worthy of my help.
Help?
Yes, help.
What do you mean, help?
Well,
I still have my gun pointed at him, by the way.
my name is Merchant, and I am a traveling merchant who sells my wares to those that I find worthy.
Oh.
Okay, so you just randomly found us, took the shape of a fairy, and want to sell us stuff?
Well, yes, but it's great stuff. Have a look at what I have in store.
And he points over at the shelves.
Seems about right.
I look at the rest of the group and I'm like, do you guys believe this? I mean, come on.
After what we've been through this past couple of days, I'll believe anything.
Oh, come on, I've been watching you for the last few days, and I know that you have pure intentions in mind.
Not to mention, look here, it says sale, so obviously he is here to sell us something.
Well, yes, I don't do all this for free, though I am willing to negotiate where needed.
Well, that's
Right.
great, because the Game Master just gave us 20 pieces of gold before the game started.
We're incredibly wealthy.
I look down at Roscoe and I'm like, go for it, buddy.
Alright, well,
What would you like, little one?
what have we got?
Well, you can look at the shelves and tell me if anything catches your eye.
Alright, I'm gonna just kind of look at the shelves. So, let's see here. Do you want to list off anything for our listeners at home, or should I just take the list and just find whatever I find most interesting and go with it?
I can explain the basics of what you see. There
Okay.
is an axe.
Mm-hmm.
There is an amulet on a chain that is in the shape of a goose. There's what looks like these strange, like, tusks from a troll or an orc or something like that. There is a bandolier, so kind of like a belt that goes across your chest. There is a pair of horn-rimmed pink spectacles with a chain attached to the back to keep it from falling off your neck.
Mm-hmm.
There's this dagger that's just kind of floating about 5 inches off of the shelf and occasionally darts around. There is this series of 7 bottles of different colors. There is this little marble-sized thing that kind of has this blue and greenish thing to it, and it's sitting on a pillow, and that looks like it might be one of the more valuable things here. And then there is what looks like a tiny Vegas-style slot machine.
Okay. I'm gonna actually check out the bottles, the 7 different bottles of different colors.
Oh, I see that those caught your eyes.
Yes.
Well, they caught much more than that. They've caught spirits.
spirits?
Well, yes.
I thought it was
spirits. No.
What kind of
These-
spirits?
Well, there are different kinds of spirits in each one, and you can... To be honest, we haven't quite tested them all the way, and I'm not quite sure what each of them do, but the man that I acquired them from assured me that they have only the greatest spirits within them that may assist you on the battlefield.
I'll test them for you.
All right, and what are you willing to give up for these?
A crisp high five. Here it is, and I'm gonna hold up my hand.
Roscoe does give the best high fives.
It's true.
At his size, it's more like a pretty low 5.
Hey, it's high for me, so it's like a medium 5.
Still pretty good. I mean, your hand will feel so good afterwards that you'll never want to wash it again. That's how good his high fives are.
It's true, not gonna lie.
I might have to test the value of your high five.
Alright.
And
But
he
only
goes
with my
to
left
this
hand.
box.
Wait. If you want to test his high five, I would say at least a test is worth 1 bottle.
And he holds his hand up for a second. I shan't be doing the test, but I do trust something over here. And he digs around in this box, and he pulls out this wooden box, and brings it out and blows dust off of it, and then he opens it up, and this disembodied hand jumps up out of the box.
It's handy!
And it goes and it jumps and, kind of Addams Family style, just scurries along the countertop. He's like, now I trust this. If it can tell me that your high five is worthy of these great spirits, then I will trust this bargain. Are you willing? Are you willing to accept these terms?
Of course.
All right. Hold up your hand.
Alright. I hold up my hand.
This disembodied hand, kind of, preps itself. Does little movements like, okay, I'm gonna jump, and then it jumps up and smacks your hand so hard that it actually hurts a little bit. In fact, it does 1 damage.
Yes.
And then falls back down. And then it turns around to Merle Chant, and it starts doing these hand signals. Do any of you, by chance, speak Thieves' Cant?
I do.
Okay. Then you recognize what it's saying as it says, it was alright.
Okay, then I'm gonna respond in Thieves' Cant. Don't lie.
I can always trust someone who speaks the language of the thieves. Because, well, I have to admit, I sort of am one myself.
I'm gonna assign to Merle.
That's not a great thing to say when you're trying to sell us stuff.
Well, no, I won't steal from you. I only steal from those who don't deserve these items, to then distribute them to those who would do good things with them.
I'm gonna assign to Merle honor amongst thieves. In Thieves' Cant, and then just give him like kind of a grin and a wink.
He nods, and then he raises his hand up for a high five.
Okay, and I'm gonna give him the best high five in the whole entire world. What do you want me to roll for it? Dexterity? Strength? Acrobatics?
That's a charisma.
Performance?
Or no, charisma. I like that.
Charisma? Yes, my charisma's better than my performance. Actually, it's the same.
Nice. 21.
21! Woo! Yeah. He definitely appreciates the high five, and he goes, I have to be honest, that was better than I expected. So, here you go. And he hands over all the bottles to you.
I'm gonna hold them up as they spin around above my head.
And he's like, and as a matter of good faith, normally I only allow one group of items to be purchased from one person, but I like you. And then he does this whistle, and this dagger, the floating dagger, goes up, and then it flies straight at your face and stops about an inch away from your right eye.
I'm gonna use my bravery from being a hobbit, and I'm just gonna try my damnedest not to blink.
I think that you'll get along. This is the floating dagger of imminent doom.
Oh, it's my favourite type of intimate daggers.
And he will be quite a companion for you.
Alright.
Alright, now who's next?
What is this goose necklace?
Oh, that one. That's one that I dare not wear. It has some strange magics about it. I haven't been able to really diagnose the magic myself.
Well, I quite enjoy a puzzle. I might take it off your hands. If you don't know what it does, well, how much do you know it's worth?
Well, what would you be willing to give?
I'll give you the knowledge of what it does once I figure it out.
Ooh, that's a good offer, Merle.
Do a persuasion check.
Well, shoot.
11. And he looks at you and just goes,
I don't think so. You see, I know that these items hold great value, and I don't need to know much beyond that. I mean, there was this other dagger that I actually got a few weeks back from the Terrans, you know, out in their own desert kingdom, and I haven't quite been able to figure out what it does yet, but I know that it is valuable because, oh, they are not happy that I took it.
Well, I could take it off your hands for 10 gold.
12.
All right, 12 it is.
he reaches his hand out to shake your hand.
I take his hand and shake it.
All right. That handshake was worth 1 gold in itself, so only 11 for you, please.
Ah, everyone has mighty hands here.
Apparently. I didn't expect that from the small ones.
I take the goose necklace and I don't wear it because I'm going to want to study it before I try to put it on.
No, come on, wear it. We want to take a gander at how you look in it.
Oh, gosh.
All right, Lord Cypher, what do you want?
Well, what is this, this overly large belt?
Oh, I see that you have grand taste. This is a trophy bandolier.
Go on.
Well, you use it with maybe parts of your vanquished foes, say a finger, an entire head, and...
I pull out the necklace I'm wearing from our first day of adventuring where I have the ears of the undead wolves or whatever they were that we killed.
That's true, he did take those.
He did.
True.
This is perfect for me. I'll take it.
All right, now I do have to warn you that you might not always be able to expect what it will do once you put the trophies inside of the bandolier.
Listen, pal, I've peed on trees before. Whatever unexpected effects I get from taking some dog ears onto my necklace, no big deal.
All right, what will you be willing to give me for it?
1 travel ration.
No, how about those dog ears?
You drive a hard bargain. Sure, I'll give you these decomposing ears I carry with me.
Thank you. I believe that these will fit the taste of one of my clients.
Quills is like, dang it, I could have gotten a much better deal.
Should have started with travel rations.
All right.
Anybody else?
Dave, what do you want?
Yeah. Could you tell me about these troll tusk dentures?
Oh, these are delightful. They imbue you with strength. You see, you put them in your mouth, and then, well, you might not be able to speak very well, but it does give you additional strength, and, well, it makes you look a little bit scarier than you might currently look.
Dave looks up at the bizarre guy with a tear in his eye. Back when I was at the monastery, I was always teased because I didn't look like a pure dragon. They used to, well, everyone had a vow of silence, but I knew what they were thinking. And I think that maybe I could actually put these in my face and be a real looking dragon.
That's
Well,
touching.
I don't know if that's supposed to be an emotional appeal to me, but those usually don't work.
What do you want for him? I have
What
to
will
have
you
him.
give?
Merchant, I think you should make a compassion check.
Well, you're the ones who are trying to deal with me. I'm taking your offers here.
That's
He's a-
fair.
Yeah, he's a
I'll give you one full vial of dragon tears. They don't do anything, but you can put them on your shelf and try to tell someone that they do something.
I do not lie about my products, sir.
You lie.
And are these your tears?
Yeah.
Because you are not actually a dragon. You are a dragonborn.
Stop it. Stop it.
You owe him for hurting his feelings.
All right, I do, pride myself on being good. That's why I do this whole thing, after all. I will take your tears.
Quills is off to the side. Mother effer, I could have gotten such a...
I want to go up and give Dave a hug. And be like, it's alright, buddy. It's okay, buddy. You got it.
And I
No
put 'em-
worries. Don't cry.
Can I put them in my mouth right now, or do I have to wait for a special occasion?
Yeah, you can put them in your mouth right now if you'd like.
Okay. And he puts them in his mouth and he goes, "Oh, like a
Oh, see that? Happy face. You're a real dragon. Look at you. Scary. Oh, I about wet myself. Oh, my britches. They're getting wet. Look at you.
He
Scary
really did
old
it.
dragon.
He really did.
I did. Look. They're nice and wet.
And for our listening audience, just so that you know, these dentures grant the wearer +3 to strength and intimidation rolls. All right, is that all of you, or
Is Smither here? I guess we should have
Well,
looked for that first.
Smither Macklemore,
I'm,
do you want to pop some tags?
I'm still here. I don't know exactly what to grab, but I've always liked playing with marbles. What's this thing? Ah, yes, that's the pocket oasis. You see, this is a very special thing. It's kind of like my Bazaar, where it's a separate dimension from your own reality. And, well, this one you get to carry around in your pocket and go into it anytime you want. Okay. And it has enough food and supplies to last a lifetime.
A lifetime of what?
Okay,
A lifetime of a human or a lifetime of a dragon?
Dealer's choice. Ooh. It's magical. In other words, it will always have any food that you might need.
See, that's a better way to put it.
Well, I guess I'll take it. Might just play marbles with it still. I don't really trust no magics. Or can I take like a murder victim and put them inside of this thing?
I want it.
Wait. Merle. Do you have
Yes.
Do you have anything like a tonic, a magical tonic or anything that can give Smither a beard?
Look at you.
Because he's been teased his whole life about not having a beard, and I bet you have something that would give him the most majestic beard that all dwarves would be envious of.
Well, I did feel a little bit sad that they've got to live out his dream after being teased with getting those tusks, and I must say, your beard might be mighty nice after all. Do you got anything? Just one moment. And he goes and he starts searching through that box again. Ah, I believe this will do the trick. And he pulls out this packet that says seeds on it. And then this, what kind of looks like a...
Chia beard.
It looks like a trowel. And he goes, I believe this will serve your purpose. What will you give me for them? Well, I don't have much, just...
Why do you offer him an eyelash?
Just 250 gold, if that would work.
Whoa, no. Let's go. Smilers. You don't have to give him that much. Learn from my mistake.
Brochat's eyes get big, and he's like, I think that will do. And Smither takes out this very heavy bag of coins and plops it down on the table and goes, I very much appreciate this. What do I do? Well, you take the seeds. Well, first you put a little bit of water on your face, and then take the seeds and use a trowel, and you put the seeds on there, and then you water them every day. All right, and I'll get a beard. Well, yes, of sorts. I'll take it then. Thank you, sir. I very much appreciate it.
You happen to have the Garfield or Obama version.
And yes, he did totally get chia seeds to plant on his own face.
That's right. They're magical chia seeds,
Awesome.
All right, anybody else?
Locke, what about you?
I lean on the the counter, and I look over at Handy, and I say, I want that.
That one is not for sale. I sold his brother a little while back, and I've missed him every day.
Well, why don't we leave it up to him? What if I play a song for him, and if it moves him to want to join me, then he joins me?
The hand just flips you off.
Oh!
That's not right.
What about a magic trick? I have some cards here.
And then he does a few motions to Merle chant, and you realize what... Well, I mean, Roscoe, you're the only one who's actually knows Thieves' Cant, and so you realize that he's saying, will you flip him off with me, please?
I will sign back, oh, we should wash your hands out with soap, and then I'll flip him off.
I don't believe he's willing to go with you.
Oh, sorry. He asked me to in such a nice, polite way.
Oh, you're okay. Don't worry about it.
But you are welcome to anything on the shelves, sir.
Helping in a store is the kind of work a hand can do, but adventuring, that's not really a hand job.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
What? What is even happening right now?
I think that that hand and my magical staff could go together very well.
This is gonna have to go on our uncut version.
Welcome to 1D10 the show.
After
hours.
Oh, fairy, no.
It's not.
No. Hot potatoes.
Alright, well then, I'm good.
Seriously, you don't want anything here.
Oh, well. I don't use an axe. I don't wear glasses, and those would look hideous on me. And I don't cast spells, so...
Would you like the marble? Would you like the pocket oasis?
Oh, that's right. He didn't get the marble. You know what? If I could take something, I'll take that marble.
And what are you willing to give me for it?
Well, I was willing to play a majestic song on my harmonica. how about if I move you to tears, that would be worth it.
Show me what you've got.
So I pull out my harmonica and I get all ready and I play just a wonderful tune for Merle and move him to tears.
Quills is
Well, let's see if you move him to tears. Do a performance check.
Quills is rolling his eyes and folding his arms like, I know this is gonna work.
Yes, critical fail! It sounds like nails on a chalkboard.
And
I've
you
moved him to
see just
tears!
this grimace across his face.
And he's like, I don't believe those were the tears that you meant, but I am a fan of wordplay. Take it.
Thank you.
Wow.
And
That
I
was
pocket
bad.
my pocket oasis.
What was that?
It was my move you to tears song.
That was the worst thing I've ever heard.
It moved you to tears.
No, I'm not crying. I'm just really angry
I
inside.
poke him in the eye.
Oh, that's not right.
You're crying now.
Oh, in one eye? I'm gonna pull out my dagger. I'm just kidding.
And what about you in the back? I believe that they forgot about me here in the back. Can you do anything to fix my leg? No, that's not what I do.
Wait,
Well
who's-
then, it's Horace.
Oh, hey!
Horace, you guys
What
forgot
have you
about
been
me.
doing
I was
here?
here with you too.
Oh,
Give him
hello.
some seeds.
I don't normally say much, but
We could
can I
use
get
the-
the axe, please?
Well, yes. What will you give me for it?
I don't know. I don't have anything.
Give him a dog, Horace.
A mohound? I can't give those away. I can't give those away.
But you're not giving it away, you're trading.
Remind me who Horace is?
He's the one that takes care of the molehounds.
You could give him
He's the
this.
carriage driver.
You could give
Give
him
him the
this
dead
molehound blood, right here. I'm gonna hold up my old dagger. We
Wait.
We can wipe it off. And take
Can-
out a handkerchief
can-
and wipe it. I still need the
Is
dagger.
that actual? Is that actual mohound blood?
I think so. That's what they told me.
Well then, give it here.
What are you willing to give for it?
Well, I'm willing to give the axe, of course.
Oh no. All right, I'm gonna hand it to him.
He grins widely. It's like, you just got 3 things off of me. How clever. And he hands you the axe. And Horace is just like, well, I wanted that, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, I was gonna use it to make your other leg like your bad leg, so that you wouldn't have anything to complain about. But I can just give you the axe instead if you want. I'm not gonna use it.
And you notice
I mean,
you notice as you are speaking that for some reason you have a weird vocal inflection in the end, like you're asking a question.
if you want it, I did end in a question.
It's like,
Oh, I forgot to mention, that's the asking axe. So it will make you ask questions when you wield it.
So do you want it? Perhaps.
If I can have it, I'll take it.
Will you take it
And-
off my hands for me then?
and then he reaches out and he grabs it.
I'm gonna hold it out. Okay. Well, that was weird.
Well, I think I should thank you.
You're welcome.
What am I supposed to do with it now?
Put it away so that you don't have to ask questions anymore. Pull it out when you need it.
Alright, I'll try to do that.
And he puts it on his back. He's like,
Oh, there, I can talk normally now.
and then Merle looks at all of you and goes,
I'm so proud. We're going to have such a fun journey together. If you don't mind, I may follow you from the distance, in case I have more wares to give.
Alright then.
Wait a minute.
and
Did you say your name is Merle Chant?
Well, yes.
Classic.
Why is it that I feel like this episode was just a dream that I had after falling asleep watching the Home Shopping Network? Oh well, let's see what happens next time on 1D10, the show!